Okay, YouTube, what is going on? This is Crew, and I'm back today with another episode of Life is Feudal MMO. And the last time we were here, I got together to part two, kind of gave you the answer for what issue I was having with being able to put up a farm. And I've been slowly working my way to be able to do this. And I finally, actually, let me just go over here and empty all this dirt out. Hope everybody's doing good. Friday, last day of the work week. I do have tomorrow that I have to work. Saturday is really my Friday because I'm off on Fridays. But Saturdays are pretty good. They're not too bad. Sometimes we have some hiccups, but we manage. Let me just get this down to 30. Right here, you'll see that change. Okay. Alright. So, basically, if we hit P here, so we go into crafting, you will now see that this right here, which is Nature's Lore, is at 60. And my farming skill went to 30, which now, if I click on 30, allows me to sow these plants. And what I've been doing is flattening, or plowing, I should say. I'm marking out an area here that's going to start. I'm probably going to put a fence around it. So anything with this 106.1 on the block is the outside. So I'll run the fence along there and then all the way down that way. And then whatever has a 106.0 is going to be where the crops will be. Alright. So I'm about 3 squares wide currently. And I've been slowly making sure that all the ground is plowed. Now I found something very interesting. So if I go on the square here and I right click, see here it says sow. And then once I have these in my inventory, I can plant those. Sometimes though, on a square that does not have fertile soil is this right here. It's a bright brown, and it'll say fertile soil. There's fertile, blah, blah, blah. I can't talk right. There's fertile soil and fertile ground, was it? You know what? I'm sorry, I haven't picked it up recently. Let me just see. Actually, no. You know what? I think I remember. I think it says forest soil. Let me just see here. So if I inspect, yeah, see this here it says forest soil. Forest soil is for planting trees. So if I come across a block, I don't know if this is going to have it or not. No, it says so. Actually, let me just go right back over here where the forest soil was. So this block here, if I were to stand on this and right click, see how it says plant? It doesn't say sow. That without inspecting the ground, that's how you'll be able to tell if you've plowed the ground or if it has fertile soil instead of forest soil. Alright, so this group here I need to bring down to a 106.0. So we're just going to dig that away, and then we're going to right click, use shovel to plow. And I tried not to record until I got toward the end of this, maybe like the last 2 rows, because I didn't want you guys to have to sit through all of that labor. But we're coming along here. I wish I was a little further along in some other areas where I could, do some smelting or Even the clay pits and furnace and the kiln, I haven't been able to do anything there yet, but I've worked on the farming for a while, so I do have to at least see this through to the point where I can farm. Now, once I can do that, then at least I have a sustainable food source. And if people who are in a guild or own a guild come by, they see I have a decent farm going, they might be more inclined to invite me to join their guild, which in this game is very important. So we'll bring this down to 106.0, and then we'll go ahead and plow. Now my inventory soil, I'm getting overburdened, which basically, is a fancy word of saying this stuff's getting really heavy. So let me go ahead and run all the way back here to my dirt pile. It is going to be important to have a dirt pile, because once your farms start to get bigger, you're going to have a lot of area that you're going to have just forest soil, and you're going to have to dig that up and put in fertile soil, or else you're not going to be able to put any crops down. So if we just go here, double click, we'll go ahead and empty all that. So things are coming along pretty good. Like I said, it is a grindy game. You gotta put a lot of work in. If you're somebody who just likes things fast-paced, you want things done quick, this is not the game for you. No sense really trying to dive in, because it's hours and sometimes days of just repeating this process over and over again. So it is something that you really have to enjoy. My goal is to get into a guild. I want to be able to work with a group of people. And if somebody sees my farm, maybe they say, because I don't think many people like the farming, just because it is, it's not, you're not going around building or smithing, like cool swords and armor. Everybody wants to be an armor or a blacksmith. That's like the cool kind of scenario. So if somebody can come along and see this, they say, oh, we're looking for a farmer. Would you like to join our guild? That would be cool. If I don't get any invites, probably just going to have to start my own. It's not something I've ever done. You guys know through watching this that this is a new game for me as far as this type of game. So, I don't know how that'll go, but I'm sure we'll find out. All right, so I'm going to put a fence around the outside of this. Let me see. Let's go and actually dump this. And let's see if I can build a fence. I don't even know if I can. I'm sure I can. I don't believe that that's too high a skill that's necessary. The only thing I'm concerned is if you need nails or if they will just use fiber. If they're going to use nails, then yeah, I'm out on that. With what? So do what you did last time. From the wall. So you turn it off, take the wires out. No, you can just unplug it. Take the Ethernets out, both. Wait about 3 minutes. No. Plug the extender in. Let it reboot so that your things light up. Then plug them in. Yeah. Shut that door. Sorry about that, guys. My son and his friends are in the other room, and they're going to move their Xbox One to another television, and they were having trouble with the Ethernet connection through our extender. Okay, let's eat and get our food up. Also, just so you know, your food level does affect when you do stuff. And what I mean by that is, let's say I'm collecting, you guys have seen me on the videos go and collect plants, herbs, and fishing and so forth. If your food level is low, the quality of the food you get is also low. And let's see, if I hit tab, that allows me to use my mouse. If you see here on system, these here, as you do things, it'll show how much you've increased. Okay? Let's see, this one here. So general action. So see, this went from 26.23 to 26.29. If my food was down to, say, 20, that may have only went from 0.23 to 0.25. So your food affects this as well. And I didn't think that was possible. But food in the game is very important to keep that at a high level, because it does affect your mark on how high it goes up, and also what you collect. So right here, when we go and inspect, here I'll show you. So no, actually that's a bad example. So the quality of what you get is affected by your food and how high your level is also. I don't know if that's something that'll change. I don't think that should really come into play. I don't think that should matter. But it is part of the game right now, so for now, just keep that in mind. All right, so let's look for our food. Actually, I think food's in one of the crates here. Not that one. Because what I'm going to do now is think about sowing. So we have grapes, carrots, potatoes, onions, cabbage, wheat. This should be flax. Yeah. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. Should I go with wheat? See, I don't know if. Go to my map real quick. I apologize. So you see on the map here, we're 7th of September. Now I'm almost certain, I'm not a farmer in real life or anything. I don't think you can plant in September. I think you have to plant, if I'm not mistaken, early spring, maybe like March, just because winter comes and you can have some bad situations there. I haven't played a full calendar year on here. I think when I came into the game, did they start you off? I think it was January. I didn't take notice initially, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's January. So I don't know what I can and can't produce in these late or early fall months. So actually what I might do is, let's do this. I'm going to hit map, tab, and you know what? I think what we're going to do, so we can have a little experiment, is I'm just going to take 2, let's say 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would give me 24 squares. So if you highlight that, hold Shift, and click on it, you can then split this on how many you want to take. Right, so we're going to go 3. That'll repopulate that over there. And we're going to go with flags. And we'll go cabbage. Because then we will get a better idea on what's gonna work and what's not. I like the way they put the food in the game. The icon for the food looks really like those onions, right? I'm not an onion guy. They look delicious. Cabbage probably could be fixed a little, but it's pretty close. Potato is great. Wheat seeds and flax seeds. I never really dealt with them. So carrot, I mean, look at that. It looks delicious, doesn't it? Let's see. Let's go 3. Come on. There we go. And our grapes. Those look good. And you do have a wine press in this game. You can, at some point, smash up some grapes, make some wine. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if your character does the physical action of stepping on grapes in a box or a bucket or a crate or whatever, but pretty cool nonetheless. Let's eat some fried or boiled salmon. Fried salmon. There we go. Alright, so looks like I got everything. Okay. Alright. This is awesome. Super, super awesome. Let's go over here. And let's hit F3, pull up our grid. And remember, my 1061. Oh, no, you know what? I said I was going to see if I can build a fence. Let's do that first. Let's see if I go here. Build simple construction. Fences. Wattle fence. Wooden fence. There we go. So 5 boards, 10 simple rope. What's the wattle fence? 10 branches. Wooden wicket. Boards and rope. Wooden fence, diagonal. Oh, so they have it. Okay. So you can do that diagonal. That's cool. That's actually really cool because I don't like one thing with like Minecraft, because everything's a right angle. How you have to make a circle, is difficult if you don't understand how to do that. With these games, Minecraft, I get it because you're dealing with blocks. In games like this, it's always better to have the ability to have something that's not just square, everything being square. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. What would look more... See, to me, that fence is kind of cool. This wattle fence seems more like something you would have for keeping chickens in, roosters, chickens, any kind of the pigs maybe, so that they can't, the wooden fence, the chickens maybe could run underneath those. I don't know if fences have that. I know your modern farms, like the big farms that you'll see out in maybe like the Midwest and all, I don't even think they have fencing. That they're just so darn big. Fences probably get in the way. But I think with your regular farms, back in the day like this, the medieval times, I think it's a little more realistic to have a fence to keep some stuff out. Just curious. Well, let's go over here. I redid my property a little bit here. I was getting tired of trying to find so many different things through the boxes or the crates and the bark boxes. So essentially everything over here in these crates is wood related only. And you'll see how I made the boxes kind of like diagonal, just stacking them straight on top of each other. I think sometimes looks a little weird. So this side here is basically my softwood billets. So that stack is the softwood billets. This stack over here is going to be the hardwood billets. You can tell by that empty crate. That doesn't help you any. See how these are darker wood? These are the hardwood billets. So they're a more dense wood. And then over here I have like bark and branches. So you need 10 for each of those. Let's bring these over. It's amazing how these branches really weigh it down a lot. So I'm going to be burdened. That's going to make me just run a little bit slower. Sorry guys. I want to take a peek at what the fences, those wattle fences, I think they're called. I want to see what that looks like. Because they'll be quicker to do or easier. Let's try. I also want to see too. You see how this square goes down on a slope? I want to see if I can build on there. I think you have to flatten that land. Let me see here. So where we got fences, wattle fence, 10 branches, and we're going to go build. Okay, so it does go to the outside portion. Or can you move it? No, I can move it. Sorry, let's see. So if I, hello, where'd you go? So it'll only go to the back part of that square. If I go here, that moves it to that. So, let's see, rotate. There we go. So if I were to put that like that. I like that. Okay. You know what? I think we'll mess with that at another time. Because I'm thinking, because if that's the case, if I go along this outside edge and I bring that fence to this front part, then I can actually get a whole other row for crops. And then I can bring all that down to 1.6.0 and plant another row of crops. Okay, well, tell you what, we just need to figure out if we can. So this first row we're going to do wheat. baby, this is exciting. Let's see. Alright. So nothing popped up saying couldn't do it. So we're going to go. We're going to sow another wheat. Remember, we took 3 of each of 7 or 8 different plant types. So that's good because we have 3 wide. Okay. And we'll go wheat. This is awesome because once we get wheat and flax, we can start turning things into other product. Then I can probably sell this flax. They can use for making garments, I believe. So let's go peas here. So I'm hoping you guys are liking what we have going so far. Trying to produce this. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. I'll just go down the line. It'll make it easier. Just trying to produce, some footage here for you guys to offer up my opinion on, how the game is and things that you have to do and what I've learned. Hopefully it's entertaining, and I just want to keep putting this content out there for you. It's a lot of fun. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I do, and I just want to work on getting better, learning how to do the videos, and let's see, we'll go to onions, and just get better at it. Like I said before, my equipment is probably like the lowest end that you can do for something like this, but it's just getting it out there. I really just want to start. I can't wait around and wait, maybe a year to save up some money and get better equipment. It's just better. I'm going to put it out there and just, I'll grow with you guys. As you watch my videos and you see the progression of things, it's kind of cool, kind of fun. So I appreciate you guys listening in and watching the videos, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying them. Either way, if it's for tutorial purposes, if it's for just to kind of pass some time. Maybe you're like me, you lay in bed when you're getting ready to go to sleep with the tablet on and just watch the videos until you drift off. That's kind of how it started for me initially. I would just lay in bed and get tired. Instead of putting the TV on, I would just, put the headphones in, the little earbuds, and then just go on YouTube, watch the videos. So, like I said, I want to create something like that for you guys so that you can have fun, learn something about a game that you might be thinking about getting, or if you already have it, you're struggling a little bit. And please, any feedback too or questions. If there's, let's say you guys are playing this game already and you're stuck and you're not able to find something, on the wiki, from what I've heard watching other YouTubers, the wiki sometimes is not updated as frequently as they update the game. So there might be information in the wiki that's old and not accurate. But that's the beauty of YouTube. You can go and watch folks play the game, see if there's any little tidbit there that will help you out. And like I said, put a comment in too. Hey crew, I'm struggling with X, Y, and Z. Is there a little trick I'm missing, or is there something I can do? If I know the answer, I'll reply back to you with that. If I don't know the answer, I'll try and look things up myself, and then if I haven't come across that situation, maybe you're a little more ahead of the game than I am, and you're coming across something, I might not have the answer, but I will try to find it and then put it up there or reply to your comment. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. What am I doing? I want to put those sticks back. Alright, remember, if you hold control and click, it'll automatically dump it in the box. It won't organize it for you. If you want them organized, left click, hold, just drag them wherever you want. And then remember, if you hold Alt and click, it'll merge them all together to make one stack. But you have to watch, because the quality of this branch and the quality of this branch, see there's a star 44, this one's a star 47. If I merge them together, that number may go down. Okay? So if I stack this here, let's see what happens. So it made that whole stack a 44. Alright? So I don't have that 47. There's a 37 and there's a 47. So because a majority of them were 44, it took over and made those all 44. Now I don't know if it does it with the lowest number. Like if I were to stack all these with 37, would they all be 37? Or is it because there's more and it takes an average? I don't know if it, how that works with that. I'm sure there's, an algorithm maybe that processes that information, but I don't know for sure. So it would only be a guess. In my inventory, you're going to see this here, a gold ring. It says its effects brings luck, magnitude 3.28. Unfortunately, I don't know what that means yet. Yesterday, I don't know. No, that's not in my video because I wasn't recording at the time. Because I didn't want to record just digging and moving dirt. So, but as I was doing that, these two guys show up on a horse. They're riding down the road, and when they come by me, they stopped, came over, said, "Hey, what's going on?" And that was the first guy. The second guy that was behind him jumps off the horse and just runs down to me, stands in front of me, does a little hand wave gesture, and a screen pops up, says, this guy wants to trade with you. So I hit accept, and sure enough, in the trade box from his side, he put in that gold ring. Now, the only thing I don't know is, I know in the game you can create a lot of things, and there's potions, like if you're an herbalist, you can create poisons, you can create things that lower people's hit points, some really cool stuff and bad stuff, depending on what side you are on that. So, as much as I want to just take that ring and put it on my finger, and I guess my luck number will start to creep up, I don't know if somebody can take a potion that they've created and kind of put it into the ring, and all of a sudden my guy starts to slowly die. So that would be really unfortunate, if that were to happen, because maybe, I don't know if it's as simple as just taking the ring off and then the effects, are no longer there. So I might be too sensitive to that scenario, and maybe just a flat out chicken, and I don't want to put the ring on. But I don't know. I don't know enough of the game to say that there's no way that would happen, or it would indicate, that it was a bad ring. hate to assume that somebody would just give me a ring to do that kind of damage, but you never know, because in this game, there's a lot of people in the game that will just kind of be out there to cause you some harm. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just being a chicken, and I shouldn't be. Alright, so I put that food back. I don't know if you noticed I didn't actually comment on it, but when I go to the tile, see where it says sew, I can only sew these guys. So if you see cabbage isn't there, grapes isn't there, what else was in my inventory? I think there was something else. But that's not there, so I can't sow those seeds. But that's okay. I mean, as you level up, we'll get there. So it's not a big deal. All right, so they're planted. Let me just run over there. I don't think I have to add water. Let me just see if that icon comes up. Let's go to F3. And where are we at? 106.0. Over here was the first one. So if we right click, use shovel, create, build, claim. No. So I guess as long as that doesn't say harvest, that means we're in the growing stage, and we'll see. So that's something that's going to probably be a while. I would imagine months, not real-time months, but real in-game months. So we'll see what happens. At least we got that part done. It was a lot of work. I had to gather. When I say I had to gather some herbs, where do you guys see this here? I think it's this basket. No, that's not the one. We get rid of the grid. Maybe it's that one in the back. Oh, there we go. I mean, look at that. This box holds 50 in weight. I don't know if that's like 50 stones, 50 pounds. My guess is stones, so whatever that equates to in pounds. Because I have way more than 50 units. Like, geez, I have 9 here, 8. So I have way more than 50 units. So it has to be per kilogram or stone or pound. But I have 30, but look at all these. I mean, this is a ton. I had probably a solid hour of just harvesting the herbs to get my farming level up so that I can plant a couple crops. Okay. So I did go ahead and grab some apples off some apple trees out there, because at some point I will go and try to track down a horse so that my travels will be a lot quicker. I don't know if I showed you guys. No, I know I did, as a matter of fact. Let me just see what I have tool-wise. I'll show you the mine that I started, and I'll show you how we fish. It's pretty simple. Let me just, let's see. I'll take these two. See what the quality is on that. Oh, that quality is 0. That was 7. That was 5. Alright. So I'll bring these with me. This one I'm going to drop on the ground because the quality on it is 0, and I don't have a repair kit, so I can't repair them. And I don't think I need anything else here. Alright, so we're going to head down here. And if you hit Alt and numbers lock, like right now I'm not touching the keyboard or the mouse, and your guy will walk. If I just, while he's walking, hit the shift button, hold that down, he will then run. And if you look on the lower left side, the yellow bar, that's the stamina bar. Obviously, you're running, your stamina goes down. If you don't do anything and let it run to the bottom, down to 0 on the top level, he will automatically stop, catch his breath, and regroup. Or you can just let go of the shift tab. He'll go back to walking, and his stamina will go right back up. So just keep that in mind. I am hitting the 40-minute mark on this recording, so I'm going to have to stop it shortly. But I just want to get you guys down here so you can see. I have 2 mines that I started. One is way over there a little bit more, and this one is closer to this side. So I'll bring you to the closer one. The guy who, in the previous video, where I said his house was on fire, he's helped me a little bit with the first one. And it's pretty labor intensive, like everything else in this game. I mean, I think one block, both of us were hitting this one block. I think we hit it about 20 to 25 times each before it cleared the area of the actual mine opening. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. There's another house on fire. And if you look across see, there you go. See, my stamina went all the way down and he stopped. And across over there, you see many places on fire. Let's see here. Yeah, I started the mine because that other gentleman, he wants to be a blacksmith. And I really want him and I to either create a guild together, or if we can get into a guild together, I want to help him out. I was down here, I was fishing, I had my pickaxe, and I was like, you know what, let me just see what we can find inside this little cliffside, get things started for a mine, and we'll see what happens. Now this may have closed up, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it was over further. I think that was it. This might be the other ones. Let's see. I think over time, those mines, if you don't reinforce them, they close up. Yeah, because this was the other one that another guy made. And there was a mine over here. These guys actually found some ore. And I think this one's still open because they reinforced. Yeah, I think that's reinforced. That's why that's still open. There's another little one right over there. Yeah, the one that I had started looks like it closed back up. Sorry for the lag, guys. There's a lot of stuff rendering in on the screen here, so. And like I said, my graphics card is not the best. It's not the worst, but I clearly need an upgrade. I think it's a NVIDIA GeForce 640 or 670. The guy at the local computer store has a 740 or a 770, I think for like $50. That might be something that I look into in the not so distant future, but we'll see. Yeah, that little strip of land right over here, this was where we were, because this little mountain of dirt right here, this is all created by us. And that mine was sitting right here. See all this flat area? That was a mine, and I guess over time, it degrades. It comes down. Wow, that's really interesting. So I guess that's pretty important to make sure you have that reinforcement for your mine, or else it's going to go bye-bye. Alright, so let's go over here. and we're going to hit 0. You'll see that no, it won't, because that fishing pole is no longer functional. Yep, it's at a 0. I'm going to grab this fishing pole. I'm going to just left click hold, drag that in my 0 slot. Then we're going to hit 0. He's going to equip the fishing pole. And it's as easy as looking at the water, right click, go to fish. And he will cast out. And not every cast is going to yield a fish, but in some cases I've gotten it to every other. Because I've been eating a lot of fish, so I need to replenish back at our homestead there. So you see on the left it has salmon, herring, and there's trout, codfish. That's all I think I've come across so far. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That'll do it for this recording. You guys have a great one. Enjoy your weekend. I will get this one posted up either later tonight or tomorrow. And you guys have an awesome weekend. Hope everything goes well. Remember to like and subscribe. This is Crew. Take care. I'm out.